Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Saurus, your boy, coming at ya. Today, I've got for you guys a special treat, a Holy Paladin patch 4.3 rating guide, including going over spec, rotation and healing, heals that you use, and glyphs, of course, and also a little bit about gear, which really hasn't changed at all, but hey, I'll go over it for those that need to know about it. So, anyway, all right, guys, let's start off here checking out the talents or spec, as it were. So, to start off, we'll start off in the holy tree here. Taking nothing in Arbiter of Light. We don't need it. Protector of the Innocent. Casting targeted heal on any target except yourself also heals you for 25, 28. It's a good ability. A lot of people will put 3 points in it. I have gone back and forth. I've settled on 2, and I'll show you where I put the other one down later. We have 3 in Judgments of the Pure, which is pretty obvious. Your Judgment increases your casting and melee haste by 9% for 1 minute, and your mana regeneration from Spirit while in combat by 30%, which that last part is new. The Spirit by 30% increase is new. It used to be that judging with Seal of Insight active would give you back 15% of your base mana back. It doesn't do that anymore, but this is what it does instead, and I'm not honestly sure if that's a nerf or buff or what, but anyway, 3 of 3 without a doubt, definitely. Alright, we got 3 of 3 Clarity of Purpose, reduces the casting time of your Holy Light, Divine Light, and Holy Radiance by 0.5 seconds. Must. That's pretty self-explanatory. Last Word gives your Word of Glory a 60% chance, increase critical strike when using targets with 35% or less health. Some people take 1 here. I take 2 just because it's really nice to know that that crit is coming with your Word of Glory with a target below 35%. You know, doing tank healing, there's a lot of times in a fight that the tank is going to be below 35%, and it's nice to get that massive 80k crit heal. It's just really nice. Blazing Light 0-2, that's for damage. Same thing with Denounce, and also is for damage and Fear Exorcism. Divine Favor, increase your spell casting haste by 20% and spell critical chance by 20% for 30 seconds. Yes, please, definitely. Infusion of Light increases the critical effect chance of your Holy Shock by 10%. In addition, your Holy Shock critical effects reduce the cast time of your next Flash of Light, Holy Light, Divine Light, or Holy Radiance by 1.5 seconds. This is definitely, you want 202 in here, pretty self-explanatory. Daybreak, your Flash of Light, Holy Light, and Divine Light have a 20% chance to make your next Holy Shock not trigger cooldown. That's nice to be able to, use 2 Holy Shocks in a row. Enlightened Judgment, 2 of 2. A lot of people take 1 here, but this is where I take 2. Just a little bit of extra healing with the added bonus of having the extra length on your Judgment. It grants hit rating, blah blah, you don't really care about that, and increases the range of your Judgment by 10 yards for having 2, 5 if you have 1 point in it. In addition, you get the 50-88 healing on yourself. Beacon of Light, obvious. This is the big thing that allows us to be up there on the charts for healing. You have to take Beacon of Light. Speed of Light grants 3% spell haste. In addition, casting Divine Protection increases your movement speed. That's pretty cool. The speed boost is really cool for PvP, but for PvE also has its upsides. It used to be also triggered by Holy Radiance, but now that Holy Radiance is a casted spell, it's not triggered anymore by that, obviously. So, Sacred Cleansing, your cleanse spell dispels a magic effect. Yeah, that's a must. Conviction gives you 3% bonus to damage and healing for 15 seconds after causing a critical effect from weapon swing, non-periodic spell, or ability. This effect stacks up to 3 times. It's nice you get that extra healing in there after causing a critical or mastery. This comes in very handy. Basically ups the percentage that your auras are putting out for how long? What is it? 10 seconds, 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Paragon of Virtue reduces the cooldown of Divine Protection by 30 seconds, Hand of Sacrifice by 30 seconds, and Avenging Wrath by 60 seconds. Again, it's nice to have all those cooldowns. Love having those cooldowns back to back to back, and having this allows you to get to them, that much quicker. Alright, next we have Tower of Radiance. Healing the target of your beacon of light with Flash of Light or Divine Light has a 100% chance to generate a charge of Holy Power. In addition, casting Holy Radiance will always generate one charge of Holy Power. I have 3 of 3 in this. There's not really much better options. Some people might go 2 of 3 in this, but I don't know, 3 of 3 makes it to where you know if you hit your target, the beacon of light target with a flash or divine light, then you know you're going to get that holy power. So that's cool. Also, we have 1 of 2 in blessed life. This is where some people don't take any. I take 1 just because randomly, you get hit by stuff. You have a 50% chance to gain a charge of holy power whenever you take direct damage. This effect cannot occur more than once every 8 seconds. So, it's probably not terribly useful, but having that extra whatever it is up here in Protector the Innocent, I don't know. I went with this one instead. Then I have 1 in Light of Dawn, which is our cone AoE heal, which is nice, and pretty much have to have that if you're doing any kind of raid healing. So, yeah. Alright, and in the protection tree, we have 3 of 3 in Divinity. Increases all healing done by you and all healing effects on you by 6%, pretty obvious. Eternal Glory, your Word of Glory has a 30% chance not to consume Holy Power. And with a 3-stack Holy Power, Word of Glory is very, very powerful heal, instant heal for us, and being able to do that possibly twice in a row is super, super sweet. So definitely 2 of 2 there. In Retribution, we have Crusade, which increases the damage of your Crusader Strike, Hammer of the Righteous, Templar's Verdict by 30%, blah blah blah. Okay, here you go. And the damage and healing of your Holy Shock by 30%. In addition, for 15 seconds after you kill an enemy that yields experience or honor, your next Holy Light heals for an additional 30%. Doesn't come up all that much in rating, but the extra 30% the damage and healing by 30% of your Holy Shock is nice, and it gives it much more of a nice punch to it. And then you have Improved Judgment. I don't take anything. Some people will take a point out of Enlightened Judgment to get the extra 5 yards here of coverage, but I think I like the little bit of extra heal it gives you over the extra 5 yards. I know some people might take 1 here, something like that, or they might take another 1 out of Protector of the Innocent, or take out Blessed Life to put 2 here, something like that. But that's the way I do it, and that's how it works for me. So yeah, moving on to Glyphs. 2 pretty basic prime glyphs. Glyph of Seal of Insight. Your healing spells increased by 5%. Because you're always going to have Seal of Insight active. Word of Glory increases the healing done by Word of Glory by 10%. That's a big heal, as I mentioned earlier, and it's really nice, the extra 10%. Here's where I differ slightly. Some people use, what is it here? Glyph of Holy Shock, which I think gives it an extra 5% chance to crit. Instead of that, I use Glyph of Divine Favor, which gives an extra 10 seconds to our Divine Favor spell, which is a cooldown that increases haste and critical chance. It makes it last, I guess, 40 seconds instead of 30 seconds, or 30 instead of 20, something like that. But I don't know, that's just what I do. I like it. So then moving on to majors, we have Glyph of Divinity. Once again, I have 2 pretty standard ones and then 1 kind of different one. But when you use Lay on Hands, you also gain 10% of your maximum mana. That's really nice because on most when you're raiding most fights, unless the boss is on farm, you're going to be using it. So getting that 10% of mana is nice. Glyph of Divine Plea, also just getting 6% more of your total mana when you use Divine Plea. And then Holy Wrath, mostly I just have this up here from still from the Ragnaros fight, but also Glyph of Cleansing can go here, which I think reduces your cleansing spell cost by 20%. So that's what I recommend there. Then for minors, it doesn't really matter. I have Seal of Insight, I have Blessing of Might, and Glyph of Justice. That's just kind of like for PvP. But yeah, you can just kind of throw whatever the heck you want in there. Yeah, so that's it for the spec and for the glyphs.